This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Just fair warning, this newscast is a little bit of a downer. Actually, it's a lot of bit of a downer, but hey, we've got some good news at the very end, so hang tight for that. Following up on a story we broke yesterday morning, the Annapolis Police Department is now investigating the assault outside of a local 7-Eleven that sent a 56-year-old man to the R. Adams County Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore on Monday evening. Happened at about 7:42 p.m. The adult male victim was outside of the 7-Eleven when he was assaulted by unknown suspects. He was injured severely into his head and his abdomen. He was flown out to the Shock Trauma Center and currently is in critical but stable condition at the hospital. Annapolis Police are asking anybody that has any information to contact them at 410-260-3439. All right, let's get into the corona. 3 Prince George's County residents have now tested positive for the coronavirus. Now that brings the total case count in the state of Maryland to 8 people. These latest 3 was a Prince George's County woman in her 50s who contracted the virus during a late February trip to Boston, and the other was a married couple who traveled internationally on a Nile River cruise, and that was on the same ship that was associated with the people in Montgomery County. It was not the same cruise, but the same ship. Right now, according to Fran Phillips, who is the state's Deputy Health Secretary for Public Health, said there are 100 people now being tested for coronavirus each day in Maryland, and the state has a stockpile of 800 test kits with 1,000 more on order. I am not a math professor, but to me that only tells me we have 18 more days until we run out of the ability to test people for the coronavirus. In other news, the University of Maryland system is advising all of its students to prepare to remain off campus for at least 2 weeks after spring break, which starts generally in the next couple days or so. It will not be an extended vacation. They will be having classes online. This does impact all 12 of their schools. In a statement, Chancellor Perman said that all students should be prepared to stay off campus until Sunday, April 5th. Obviously, some people are not able to stay off campus, and they are still working out those issues. They will have the campuses open. Services will be offered to students who must remain on campus. That would probably be foreign students, students that don't live in the area, etc. And they do need to figure out some other logistics about students returning from studying abroad, leave policies for faculty and staff, and large campus gatherings, including graduation ceremonies and athletic events. You want to check out eyeonannapolis.net or All Annapolis Facebook page or the Eye on Annapolis Facebook page, and all 3 of them have a post pinned to the very top called Cancellations and Postponements. We are going to be updating that with different cancellations and postponements that would be of interest to you, primarily in the immediate area, and we will update that as soon as we know. If you know of a cancellation or a postponement, please send us an email at info@eyeonannapolis.net. As we know, the Anne Arundel County Public Schools have canceled all out-of-state and out-of-country field trips. They have canceled all staff travel. I just told you that the University of Maryland schools are now having online classes following spring break. Maryland state government employees all got an email yesterday telling them to prepare for a whole number of different things. Basically, it cancels all overnight out-of-state travel for all employees unless they are engaged in emergency preparedness activities, telling you to stay home if you are caring for sick or family members, letting you know that if you don't have enough leave to cover your absence, they can advance you sick leave. They're going to waive some documentation required to come back to work after an illness. Agencies are going to begin social distancing practices, and everybody should be getting ready to prepare for a time when the spread of COVID-19 may prompt the state to move to a mandatory telework model for all non-emergency essential personnel. Festivals and events. Ignite Annapolis 5, which was originally scheduled for Thursday, March 12th, has been postponed. There has not been a date announced yet for the rescheduled time. That was a sellout crowd of 700 people at Maryland Hall this Thursday. And also, late last night, Coachella and Stagecoach festivals have all been postponed until the fall. As promised yesterday afternoon, we hopped over to the health department when we sat down and we spoke with Dr. Kalyanaraman, who is the county health officer, all about the coronavirus. We try to get most of our questions answered about how to protect and prevent. We got an update specifically about what the county is doing for the residents. And the doctor was very candid in his thoughts and offered some great advice. And he even prognosticated and looked out a little bit into the future to see what it may hold for us in Anne Arundel County. Some good information there. You want to check out that podcast. It was released last night at about 6 p.m. after we got done speaking with him. Just a quick shout out to the County Health Department for accommodating us and letting us get in there and talk to Dr. Kalyanaraman so quickly. Finally, and this is the last bummer of a story, but Attorney General Brian Frosh has felt the need to warn Marylanders about an upcoming potential scam. This is the census scams that may be coming. The census is now underway, and 5 mailings will be sent out between now and April. And for the first time ever, they will have a link where you can complete the census online. That's where you're going to get the link. You're not going to get an email with the link telling you to do it. Online access will be convenient, but again, the Census Bureau does not send out unsolicited emails. If you get one, don't respond to it, don't open it, just delete it, Frosh said. Just a refresher, the Census Bureau or the police or FBI or Social Security or anybody really will never ask you for your Social Security number, your driver's license number, any of your financial information. They won't ask you to go get gift cards to take care of some crazy thing. Just don't fall for that. And just so you know, in May, census workers will actually be hitting the streets and they may be visiting homes that haven't responded to the census that was sent to them. And if they do come to your home, they will have a census badge with a photo, a name, and an expiration date. So you want to make sure you check that and be safe as we get underway with this once every 10-year exercise. That is it for the bummer of the news. That is it for the bulk of the news. But here's some good news. This will make you laugh a little bit. If you are a fan of Jerry Seinfeld, he is coming to the Hall at Maryland Live, July 10th, 9 p.m. Doors will open at 7:30 p.m. And Seinfeld's been going strong since 1981, since he appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and obviously in 1989 with the debut of Seinfeld, perhaps one of the greatest television shows of all time. You can get tickets at Eventbrite, but I will let you know that they will run you anywhere from $73 to $273. If you would like to upgrade them a little bit with tickets and maybe a dinner or tickets in a spa or tickets in a hotel stay, that's going to run you from about $217 to about $585. If you've not been to the Hall at Maryland Live, that is a fantastic venue. The sound is incredible, and really there are no really bad seats in the house. You definitely want to check it out if you can, and especially if you are a Seinfeld fan. All right, that is it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out Annapolis.net throughout the day for updates on these stories and more. You want to check out those pinned posts periodically at Ion Annapolis, as well as All Annapolis and the Ion Annapolis Facebook pages. You want to check out that podcast with Dr. Kalyanaraman. And other than that, you need to hang tight because we've got George Young standing by with your local DMV weather forecast. But first, we've got a message from Solar Energy Services and also a quick one from my friend up in Baltimore City who is running for mayor, TJ Smith.
Hello, Marylanders. I'm Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been thinking about solar for your home or business? If so, now's the time. The economics of solar are better than ever, and there's no better source than the trusted team at Solar Energy Services. We're the local experts with the best reviews in town. We've been around for 40 plus years, and we'll be here even longer to back up the generous warranties we offer. Let me put the solar economics in perspective. A typical residential solar investment in Maryland has an annual rate of return between 8 and 12%. And where can you get 10% annual returns for more than 25 years with very low risk? Not in savings, not even in stocks. So make your smartest investment ever by installing solar now and enjoy the satisfaction of doing your part for clean energy. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted. Call today, 410-923-6090 or visit solarsaves.net.
This is TJ Smith. I'm running to be your mayor. I'm not a politician. I'm a lifelong public servant. And right now, in our city, there is no more urgent time to serve. We need to turn the page on corruption at City Hall that spanned a decade and be swift and bold in reducing crime and trauma. It's time we think different, Baltimore. We need to want more. We need to expect more. I'm TJ Smith, and with your support, I know that we can be more.
Paid for by friends of TJ Smith, Carlton Epps Senior Treasurer.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, March 11th. Yesterday was another warm one across the region with a small amount of rain for Arundel County, and today will be a bit of a change with dry skies and a mix of sun and clouds and cooler temps back down in the 55 to 62 degree range for highs. Same goes for Thursday, then rain chances increase again overnight Thursday night into Friday with temps jumping back up Friday into the upper 60s to mid 70s before skies clear again for Saturday, with temperatures back down into the 50s before another round of showers returns Sunday, with temps maybe only around 50 degrees for highs. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching the Apple or Google App Stores for DCMDVA Weather. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and on our website at dmvweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
My name is Claudia Baldiga. My husband Randy and I are the founding chairs of Arundel Medical Center Foundation's Denim and Diamonds Bash. We're excited for this year's event because it's lighting the way to healthy minds. Please join us for this spectacular evening under the stars on Saturday, April 25th at AAMC's South Campus on Jennifer Road in Annapolis. Tickets sell out every year, so don't miss out on this amazing and truly important evening. This event provides critical funding to help support adult and pediatric mental health services along with substance abuse care and programs. AAMC sees more than 3,000 patients a year who need varying degrees of mental health and addiction care. These patients and families are our friends, loved ones, and coworkers who need our support. Denim and Diamonds features fabulous food, gourmet food trucks, separate beer and wine gardens, a vast silent auction, and dancing under the stars to the sounds of the Reagan years. Help us expand mental health and addiction care services in our community. For tickets, please visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.